Hey, whilst Dragon Metals here, today I'll be showing how to make a simple Viking Triskelion Pendant. That's what it'll look like when finished. It's textured, obviously. It's very shiny and very nice. And quite easy to make. Some components I'll be using. I already have textured ones here that I textured at an earlier time, but I will show how to make these spirals. Get a nice angle going here. So, you're making one of these. Wire bending tool in order to make the spiral first off. Quite simple. And just carry on all the way around. Correct it as you're going. You can also do this by hand, you don't have to use the wire bending tool. Although it is kind of helpful with this thicker gauge material, which can mess your hands up. So there's how to make a simple spiral. There's the wire bending tool. Some texturing that. It's quite simple, this part. Now, since this will have to have some wire wrapping on it, then the end piece of the spiral will need to be flattened out a bit extra in order to stop the wire wrap from slipping. Nicely textured. So that's how to make the textured version of the spiral. And you'll need 3 of them in order to make a Triskelion. Some thin gauge wire and a couple of jump rings in order to suspend it from. Put the wire tweezers aside. No need for them currently. So first get the shape going, where you want it to be positioned. I want mine to be shaped roughly like that, so I have to attach these two where they are now. And that one there, well, I'd say that one will be better on this position. Yeah, that looks better. So these two wire bending now, so they'll be done by hand. Apart from the end part where it'll be squished. A little bit of sunlight today, a little bit warmer, so I'm getting some videos done. sides if it's too hot to pour metal. Since I want 4 wraps on each layer, snip that off. I have some extra material like that from wire wrappings. It can be handy for making the jump rings. Vehicles. And now the next 2 wraps. It'll be quite simple. I will flip that round, so I want a different angle. And I want that one down the bottom. There will be adjustments to be made also. Quite difficult to get the wrap going sometimes on the spirals. You just work with that. Try not to lose the wrap. Quite a bit of wrapping involved. Different kind of snips here in order to get the wire wrapped a bit more shipshape. And that does need also squishing to an angle. You want the copper flats to be literally touching one another. Kind of skew it there. Doing the wrappings. It's quite hot. Starting to take shape now. One more wrap needed, and then some final adjustments. I'll use one of these offcuts to finish this wrap, since I shouldn't have to cut down as much. Give that a good squish, but while keeping it in shape. Still want 4 wraps, otherwise it may look a bit uneven. So wrapping's done, shape achieved, but now I need to do some adjustments. You do have to do these in order to get it more shapely. But the pieces do rotate freely if you squeeze them too tight. Okay, I get where it is, so now I need to squish that even more tightly. The flat of the needle nose pliers. And give these around the edge a little bit more of shaping, in order to make the spirals a little bit smaller. Quite tough, this thick gauge hammered textured metal. Can be quite difficult to bend by hand. There we go, that's a bit more shapely. One left. That's a bit odd. Much better. Now that's a single piece, not going anywhere. Attach some jump rings to it, finish it off. All done on Viking Triskelion Pendant. Quite easy to make, but not a little bit time consuming. Well, till next time.